The people at the post office were like, so you're the ones with the chicks? And we're like, yes, we are. Give them to us. Good morning, beautiful people. It is an awesome day today. Okay, so real quick, you saw in the last video, we hatched baby chicks. But before we decided to set those in the brooder, or the incubator, we had actually, whoa, sorry for the noise there. We had actually gotten in contact with Murray McMurray and are getting chicks from them. Now they're here. So we're gonna have babies everywhere.
We're gonna have a lot of chickens.
A lot of chickens.
This is our meat birds.
Yes.
So we're like.
And some layers. And then we have ducks coming later this week. So we are on
turkeys.
Well, turkeys are coming next month. It's a lot of birds.
Which is only like a week and a half.
Yeah. So we're on our way to the post office now. Hello, cheapers!
It's noisy.
They are noisy. Alright, before we get to, what'd you say, the box of peeps?
Box of peeps.
Box of peeps and a box of eats. We also have the little chickies that we showed you. The last time you saw them, they were just hatched from the incubator. So we have quite a few out here sunning, doing their thing. We hatched 26 altogether. One of them sadly died because we did put a set under mama, under the broody hen, and one actually got out of its nest and couldn't get back in. So we did lose
Froze
one.
to death.
Froze. It was very sad, but I mean, it is what it is. It happens on a farm. But we have a set, and we'll show you those under mama. She's been doing great. Coolest thing ever.
It's amazing seeing how nature does it.
Yes.
Like, those chicks are so much farther along than these, and they're literally the same batch, just split. And the ones with the mama hen are doing chicken things, and these ones are just total amateurs.
I mean, she's like kicking them out first day, and she's like, all right, get on with it. She doesn't take crap from anybody, which is hilarious. Even Bob, the old haggard rooster, she's like, you get away from my babies. So anyways, let's get these guys in their new home. We talked about building a brooder, and then it was just kind of one of those, well, we have to like make sure it's big enough and all that. And then we kind of had the thought.
You had the thought.
I had the thought, hey, you know what, we have these IBC totes, the IBC tote that was here, that they took the metal from, and we're like, haha, we will still use the plastic part anyways. So you've had your compost in it.
Yeah, this
chicken compost.
When I have compost that's finished, I just throw my compost in here.
If we don't have a place to put it in the garden.
And it's just been holding compost for, 6 months, 8 months,
yeah,
like that, however long.
So we were standing in the shed, and we were talking about the brooder, and I was just standing there, and I was staring at it, and I was like, they're already cut in half. They're waterproof. They're huge. They'll fit in the shed.
Yeah.
Why don't we just use these?
She said that, laying in bed, falling asleep, she's like, hey, could we use that IBC tote that's cut in half as a brooder? I was like, oh, that's brilliant. Saves
you the time of having to build anything. We don't have to worry about like the bottom rotting out or anything like that.
Or, being in a shed with, a OSB floor.
Right.
I don't want to run the risk of something leaking.
Yeah.
Because the chicks are kind of messy.
Yeah, they're a little gross.
They'll spill their water and stuff like that.
This is what we're going to be using. It's big enough to hold all of the 50 meat birds for the time. I mean, obviously they're going to grow.
You figured they're going to get moved out into a tractor once they're big enough.
Right.
So this works in the interim.
Yeah. So this is going to be really cool, super easy. And we just figured we'd show you guys, because if you have an IBC tote laying around or can get your hands on one, this is probably going to be a pretty easy.
Yeah. It's pretty simple.
Pretty easy brooder.
Oh yes, this will work quite nicely.
Yeah?
Okay, you gotta move the peeps. I need shavings. I might have to put some boards underneath to keep it from moving around.
That's okay. Yeah, I think these will work really nicely.
Good idea, lady.
Thank you. Every now and then, I get a good idea.
Every now and then a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's get food and water ready to go so we can dip their little beaks. We have a sort of special waterer. This is from Farmer Brad. We hung out with him a bit at Homesteaders of America this year, and he has another YouTube channel. I'll link it below. But he has this waterer. He puts it together. I believe he has them for sale. I'll double check that, or you could double check that. But he gave us one of these waterers. So because we have so many meat birds, we figured, you know.
We'll do this for the meat birds.
Yeah.
I had swapped a couple of these little.
Yeah, these are his nipples.
Little water nipples for the cup style.
Yeah. So we're gonna try both sides.
Try both, see how we do. But it's a pretty simple watering system, and if you are so inclined, he even equips it with a float.
Right.
So it'll basically fill itself up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that in here.
No, we're not gonna run a hose in here just because, I mean, we'd have to give up a hose and all that. But this is a big enough bucket that we can keep them watered for a minute without having to constantly refill a quart jar.
Just a splash.
A little bit of apple cider vinegar for the chicks, just to get some good probiotics and, you know, build their little immune systems up pretty early.
We've done this with all of our chickens.
Oh yeah, since we were in California, we've
always done that, and we've had
pretty healthy chickens.
Pretty healthy chickens. Not a whole lot of them. Maybe 1 or 2 died from heat exhaustion, but we've never had problems with like illness and things like that. No. So it's one of those.
And you put it in all the flocks water.
Yeah, everybody gets apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Not very much, just you know,
a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the practice.
Just a little boost. Good for people, good for chickens, that kind of thing. Do the pigs get it?
Pigs get it too.
Pigs get it too. Everybody around, it's just a thing. Apple cider vinegar. I don't know if people know this, but regular mouth quart jars will fit on or at least on these feeders, waterers, thingies.
There's another one. And we could use the little feeders too.
All right, so we want to start putting these guys in?
I'm gonna dip everybody. So we have, these are our layers. I got a handful of different colors because, you know, it's always nice to have a colorful layer basket. Right now we have white and we have like a light tan brownish color.
We have kind of a pinkish color.
Yeah, and then we have one Americana who gives us an egg every like 2 or 3 days. So we got some dark chocolate browns, the copper morans. We got more Americanas. We got green, oh I can't ever remember their name. Whiting true greens, and then some red stars. So that kind of gives us a rounded out, colorful egg basket.
Okay, who's ready for a dip? There's your dip. Ooh, water!
So thirsty!
There's water right there.
Oh, thirsty.
Oh, there it goes.
So thirsty.
It's so funny. The first time they get water and they're just like, whoa, whoa, what is that?
Oh, you guys are very... Well, you're not supposed to take a bath.
So you're giving soaked grain.
Everybody gets soaked grain.
All right.
Everybody's getting porridge.
Everybody's getting porridge.
Porridge. You're gonna get slop.
Okie dokie. Let me grab a heat lamp.
Oh, look at everybody.
What is it?
What is that?
What is it?
So these are the meat birds, and we have Jumbo Cornish Cross, which are the yellow guys, and then we also got, so that's 25, and 25 Murray's Big Red Broilers. We are doing both. I actually had requested 25 at first, and then I was like, hey, can we actually get another 25? So they're sending it, and I had requested the reds at first, and so when I said, can we get 25 more, like Murray and McMurray, a lot of hatcheries actually are slammed right now, like completely slammed. So when I was like, hey, can I get 25 more? They were like, yes, but we're getting Cornish Cross, which I'm actually happy for because I'm glad we get to try out both to see how they are, see how the feed conversion is, see how they grow out. It'll be a nice little experiment to see how that goes. So we got to get these guys dipped and put in bed. Alright, everybody is fed, watered, lighted. They're all chilling out, running around, very happy to be out of a box, which I would be too. Just cooped in a box for a couple hours. The post office called me at 5:30 this morning. It was like, no. I didn't check
They called it 5:30?
They called it 5:30 this morning.
Oh
I didn't check my
gosh.
phone until 8:30 because I have that do not disturb thing. So it was like, oh wow. So they had been sitting there when we got to the post office. The guy's like, yep, they've been here peeping at us the whole time. It's like, okay, sorry. Anyways, everybody looks great. They're doing well. They're eating well. They're drinking well.
We had 0 casualties?
0 casualties.
Wow.
They are excellent. Very, very happy with our Murray McMurray shipment. Everybody looks great. And I'm really excited. So we'll keep an eye on them. The kids are kind of in charge of food and water to make sure everybody's fed and watered at the same time. They do a pretty good job. They do. Because they check the babies out there and they'll check in here and they just make sure everybody's at least watered most of the time. All right. Our food sustainability continues. I'm excited.
This journey we are currently on.
Yes. In about 8 to 12 weeks, these guys will be going to freezer camp. That'd be cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah. It's like playing Where's Waldo.
Bingo.
Which ones are chickens and which ones are ducks? We're hanging with the chickens because that's what weird homesteaders do, right? So it's been a few days. We got our ducks, meat ducks. These are Pekings. Aren't they the cutest things ever?
Baby ducks, I swear. They're
so
the cutest thing.
We had 2 ducks when we were back in California, and it was a male and a female. And I mean, they were kind of obnoxious and annoying, but they were highly entertaining too. Like the female would come up to the back door if I didn't go out there in the morning and feed her early enough, and she would tap on the door. And then she'd run to the sliding glass door we had in our bedroom and tap on that one. She's kind of annoying. So having ducks again, it's like, oh, I kind of like ducks. We might wind up having to
Either
get some layer ducks.
Keepers, or if any of these have good personality, maybe they won't make it to the freezer.
They might not. So we're just hanging. Everybody's looking really good. We've had everybody, what, about 4 days now?
About 4 days.
We had one meat bird, unfortunately. Wasn't doing too well. But
1 out of 50?
I know, it's really good. And I mean, that's kind of why you get extras, because you never know. I'm stress of travel and all that. And we did lose 1 duck, sadly, which we also think that was stress. So, all in all, doing pretty good. Everybody looks great. The poor chickens are getting baths.
We're probably going to have to put a divider in here and separate out the ducks because they like to play in the water.
Right.
And I've already filled the water up like 4 times today, and the ducks keep spreading it.
Like ducks are wont to do.
I mean, we were going to try it and see if we could keep the ducks in here with the meat birds.
Yeah, and we could. It's just the meat birds are wet, so.
Yeah, like,
I mean, they don't seem to mind. But.
It's warm in here in this shed, but I don't think you're supposed to keep your chickens damp.
No, probably not. So we'll probably just, these are big enough, we could put a divider and we might give the ducks a little pool or something. But these are working out great. I'm really happy with.
This was a good idea.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good.
High five.
Thank you. Like I said, every now and then, blind squirrel finds a nut. Doing good, Mama. Everybody looks good.
New pig fences.
A little bit of garden. You got a whole bed, actually.
I got a whole bed. That spot is a test spot.
A test spot.
I've noticed the grass grows really good right there.
And very green.
Like very green. So I kind of have a theory that maybe it's really good dirt right there.
Yeah.
So, you know, in this experimental stage that we're in right now, might as well dig it up, put in a bed, and try it out.
Yeah, so we had the chickens on it for a week and a half.
About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks. And they scratched it up and did what they're supposed to do.
Tore up all the grass.
They did a good job. So you got that rototilled, and now you have more energy, so we're moving the pigs. Because why not? And it's supposed to thunderstorm like crazy bad, so it's like, let's do it now before everything gets all like muddy and gross. So we're not trying to change it tomorrow.
I cleared a whole bunch more this morning.
Yeah. And
it's going to be really muddy tomorrow.
Right.
So
you have energy, dinner's in the oven. It's like, we're just sitting around, so might as well go.
Might as well do it now.
Daylight's burning, let's go. So you have
these
brand new fences.
are brand new fences. These are piglet fences from Premier One.
Yeah.
And unlike this fence that we're using, it's got way smaller holes. And it's a little bit taller.
So little piggies can't just sneak their booties through.
Well, they've gotten big enough now.
They have now.
We don't have to worry about it, but when you watch a pig just kind of like crouch down and go through the fence, it's like, okay.
Yeah. So we're excited to try these, and this gives you at least a 2-paddock system.
Yes.
Possibly a 3-paddock system.
I've got 3 fences right now, 2 100-footers and a 50-footer, so that's a pretty good sized paddock. These are both 100-footers. And I'm hoping this will allow me to... Oh, hi, pig.
She's like, did you bring food?
Did you bring food?
No, there's no food.
Here they come. I'm hoping this allows me to be able to set up multiple paddocks.
Right,
And
so you can leapfrog.
I can leapfrog.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't have to do the dance where I bring them over here, pull the fence up, dump the feed.
Right? Hope they stay busy long enough.
Run around, pull up all the fence, set the fence down.
Yeah. So we're going to set these up. This looks actually really cool. It's a lot tighter. And it's a little bit taller, which is nice too. So
I like that a lot better.
Yeah, that's good. You could go over there and let them nibble your toes, keep them busy. No.
Those things bite hard.
They do bite hard. Oh, they're gonna like this.
They're gonna love this. When I first move them, after I've chopped all this stuff down, they are in hog heaven.
Ah! Ah, look at you pun.
That's why you married me, right?
For the puns. I totally married you for the puns. That was exactly it.
I knew it.
Oh, they know they're getting a new paddock? Are you guys impatiently waiting? They're like, okay, come on.
They know.
She's excited.
Come on, pigs.
Look at him. Oh, new stuff.
They don't even know where to go first.
No, so green. The oinking stops.
Contented oinking.
Oh, yes. Is that good stuff?
What a beautiful sight.
I know, they're so happy.
Okay, I'm gonna have to move this post.
So I gotta move. I just set up the camera, yo.
Sorry.
This is a nice fence.
This is a nice fence.
It's actually a really nice fence.
Like, this is a pretty big upgrade.
Yeah, I think this is gonna work out really well. So, you are just checking the fence line, making sure everything's...
Make sure everything's up.
Yeah, and there's no, like, sticks hanging on it or whatever. And the pigs are...
Doing pig things.
Doing pig things. Happily pigging.
Pigging out.
Pigging out! So, go check on the babies one last time?
Yep.
And go eat dinner. Alright. We're checking on them one last time into the night. Because they're cute, and we just like being around them. Make sure everybody's got food and water and all that stuff. And the kids come in here throughout the day, and they make sure they have food and water.
It's pretty much a group effort.
It is.
Like, raising your own meat, like, I guess farming.
Right?
It's like a family affair.
It
like,
really is. And, like, I mean, the kids enjoy it, and everybody's been making sure everybody's taken care of, and we're really proud of them for doing their part. So we just came in here to kind of check on everybody, make sure they're okay. We have actually been really happy with our Murray McMurray chicks. Everybody's great. I mean, I realized we got 82 birds, 50 chicks,
50
plus 21, 71, plus 12, that's 83 chicks. So we have almost 100 birds. And having only 2 casualties out of nearly 100 birds is really good. And everybody else has been looking amazing. So we're super happy with McMurray chicks. I'm going to drop a link below for you guys. If you're looking to get chicks, a lot of people are getting chicks right now. Now's the time to get it. They are very swamped, but they are like running and gunning just to keep everybody supplied and get chicks out there for the people who need it and want it. And I mean, they are working their booties off to get everybody chicks. So I will drop a link for everybody. Go check out Murray McMurray. They have some awesome breeds. I'm super excited about all my colorful eggs that are coming soon.
This is like colorful egg basket in a box.
It is. It really is. And like, honestly, there's nothing better than getting chicks in the mail. It was like the cutest thing ever. And the people at the post office were like, so you're the ones with the chicks? And we're like, yes, we are. Give them to us. So we're going to call it a night. We're going to go eat dinner, chill. We got a big old thunderstorm coming, so get in before that
wrap everything
goes
up.
down. Make sure.
It's a little bit early for shutting things down, but it's like, okay,
right,
we can
put
see
the
it
tools
coming.
away, the whole thing. So we're going to call it a night. We will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.